Somewhere in a galaxy, far, far away, a space cruiser from the planet Cerberus ran low on fuel. The ship eventually sputtered as its last drops of fuel ran out. As the ship floated in space, it drifted too close to a planet with a strong gravitational pull. Within seconds, the ship was plummeting through the atmosphere of this green and blue planet. After catching a fish to feed his family, Papa Bear headed back to where he left his cubs. As he approached the area, he could see a van parked nearby. He looked for his cubs nearby, but could not find them. Then he saw men in uniforms carrying his cubs in cages towards the van. Papa Bear ran as fast as he could towards the van, but he was not fast enough. The van sped away just as he was within a few feet. Papa Bear was destroyed. He had lost several things that mattered to him. Something happened to Papa Bear that day because he wasn't able to take care of his own children. He would begin to find other children that he could take care of. The problem was these children did not belong to him. The ship had cross-landed in the middle of a barren land, a desert with no water and no civilization in sight. After about an hour of walking, McCoy spotted some sort of vehicle moving in the distance. As it approached, he saw some kind of carriage being pulled by a large animal with a humanoid on top. The man looked at McCoy, squinting his eyes at the side of his spacesuit, and said,
"You ain't from around here, are you, boy?"
"No, I'm not. What planet am I on?"
"What planet are you on?" "You're on planet Earth, of course."
The man offered to give McCoy a ride back to the nearest town. Seeing as he only had few options at the moment, McCoy hastily hopped onto the carriage and rode into town. As the two rode into town, everyone seemed to rush outside to inspect the newcomer. The farmer stopped the carriage outside the saloon. McCoy jumped off and surveyed his surroundings. He greeted the confused faces and replied,
"Hello, Earthlings. I mean you no harm. My name is Mighty McCoy. I come from a galaxy far, far away. My space cruiser ran out of fuel as I was passing by your planet's atmosphere, and your planet's gravitational pull crash-landed my cruiser over there in that desert. I'm just looking for a place to sleep and something to drink."
"You got any money?"
"What is money?
That's how you pay for stuff."
How do I obtain such money? Could this money be used to purchase materials to fix my cruiser?"
"I don't know nothing about no cruiser, but you can buy anything with the right amount of money. You should talk to the sheriff. He's like a tough, strong man. I'd reckon you would be a mighty fine bounty hunter. The sheriff's office is just right over yonder."
McCoy walked over to the sheriff's office and saw a poster on the wall that read, "Wanted, Sullivan the Squirrel, for 10 counts of train robbery. Reward, $2,000 alive."
"You think you got what it takes?"
Let me see if I understand correctly. I find this Sullivan the Squirrel, bring him back here to pay for his crimes, and I'm paid $2,000.
"Dollars. That's right, $2,000.
Seems I have a job then.
Okay, why don't you come back to the stable and pick a ride for your travels?"
At the stable, McCoy saw all different kinds of beasts. He saw horses, donkeys, and even giraffes. He didn't know what any of them were. He saw the giraffe's long body and neck and took that as a sign of strength.
I'll take this one here.
Said McCoy, pointing to the giraffe.
"Are you sure?"
Asked the sheriff.
Sure.
Said McCoy. The sheriff untied the giraffe and walked him over to McCoy.
"His name is Gary, and he's a talking giraffe. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but good luck."
Greetings, Gary. My name is McCoy.
Pleased to meet you, sir. Thank you for choosing me. No one has ever chosen me before. I'll work my absolute hardest to get you where you need to go.
"I reckon Sullivan is likely to strike again about 20 miles east of here, where the tracks are."
Okay, let's get going then. The sooner I get this money, the sooner I can fix my cruiser and get home. I think the train tracks are about 2 miles from here, Gary.
Okay.
Whoa! Gary, what's the problem, Gary?
Sometimes I get a little nervous when we go on an adventure.
Alright, well, pull yourself together. We're gonna be alright. Stop right there, Sullivan.
This is a stick-up. Give me your peanuts.
Not so fast, Sullivan.
Ow! Stop! Okay, I surrender.
I'll show you no mercy.
No, stop! Did you get him?
Oh, I got him, alright. Let's take this loser back to town.
Ow! It hurts. Ow!
The three rode into town, with the newly captured Sullivan the Squirrel dragging close behind. Once the three arrived in town, all the townspeople gathered outside to see who they've drug in. Everyone cheered with victory as Sullivan the Squirrel dragged on the ground.
Woo! Yeah! Woohoo!
Yeah,
Yes.
Good job, McCoy. I didn't know you had it in you. How do you like this bounty hunting business?
Well, it seems I'm pretty good at it. You got another assignment for me?
Why don't you get some rest and something to eat, and we'll talk about it in the morning.
Okay, sounds good.
That night, as the townspeople slept, Grizzly Joe wandered into the town. He noticed a little baby sleeping in the top story of the saloon. Still grieving upon the loss of his children, he took it upon himself to steal the child and take him in as his own. They wandered off into the woods with the baby in his hands. The town awoke to the grieving of the lost child. The sheriff looked at McCoy and said,
I was going to tell you this morning anyways. Well, your next assignment is to catch Grizzly Joe. It looks like he struck last night. We were too late. Well, we'll try and get him tonight in a stakeout. If that doesn't work, it looks like it has to be up to you.
At the stakeout, McCoy and the sheriff waited for Grizzly Joe to strike again. As hours went by, the two soon fell asleep. As the two lay asleep on the ground, Grizzly Joe wandered into town. He noticed a child in the top of the saloon and snuck up and snatched her away. He noticed the sheriff still sleeping and snuck away from the town. The two woke up in the morning to the screams of a mother for her child.
My baby! No, he's taken another one. We can't let him get away with this. I'm going after him. Gary, wake up.
What? What's going on?
We have no time to waste. We have to go right now.
Okay, let's go! Let's go! The two rode off in search of Grizzly Joe.
I want to go home and see my daddy. Where's my daddy?
I'm your daddy now, and I'll never let you go.
They rode for hours upon hours through the hot desert in search of Grizzly Joe. Grizzly Joe, at the dismay of the children, acted in his obsessive behavior and played with the scared children. What he didn't know was McCoy was watching his every move, planning his attack. When Grizzly Joe least expected it, McCoy sprung down from the trees onto his back and the fight was on.
Justice will be served. Run, children, run. Have you had enough, Grizzly Joe?
Help, please, This is it, once and for all.
The sheriff appeared out of nowhere and blocked his charge.
Stay away from the sheriff.
McCoy, come here.
Sheriff, you're gonna be all right. Just stay with me.
No, it's my time.
No, don't say that.
You must take care of all the people in the town.
I don't know if I can.
It's your job now.
No, please, stay with me. No!
Grizzly Joe and the sheriff lay dead on the ground, and McCoy gathered the children and made his journey back to town. But before he left, he gave Grizzly Joe one more kick.
Let's go.
McCoy, Gary, and the two children rode into town, and the whole town gathered outside to applaud McCoy for bringing the two children safely back into town. Yeah, woo! Yeah. Wait, where's the sheriff?
I'm sorry to inform you. but the sheriff isn't gonna make it back. He died valiantly, and he saved my life from Grizzly Joe. We will never forget the sacrifice he has made for this town.
Who will be the sheriff now?
Yeah, who will keep us safe?
In the sheriff's last words, he told me to protect the town. With the consent of the people, I'm willing to take on this duty and responsibility.
From that point on, Mighty McCoy made the decision to never return to his home planet, Cerberus, ever again. He spent the rest of his days watching over the town and protecting his people.